The World Cup is underway. You excited? Do you know what underway means? Underway. It means it has started. It's going already. The World Cup is underway. Do you know how to use that word, underway? You could say this. You could say, our wedding is in July. Preparations are underway. That means the preparations have started. The World Cup is underway, guys. Did you watch the first match between Mexico and South Africa? It was a terrible match. It was the worst opening match of any World Cup I've ever seen in my life. There were more red cards than goals. It was terrible. Both teams played terribly, in my opinion. It was weird. It was a weird game, but I'm excited for Canada's first match. Are you excited for Canada's? I'm excited, guys. I want to know, are you planning to go to any matches? Are you planning to go to any matches? You could say, I don't have hundreds of bucks to shell out for a soccer game. I don't have hundreds of bucks to shell out for a soccer game. Do you know what shell out means? Shell out means to spend lots of money, to pay lots of money for something, usually unwillingly. You don't want to. It's like almost like it's like a waste of money. You see it as a. You don't want to do it, right? It's a waste. It's like when you have to pay money for taxes. If you have to give your money to the government to pay for taxes, are you happy about it? You could say, I hate shelling out money for taxes, right? So you pay taxes kind of unwillingly, reluctantly, right? You're reluctant to pay your taxes. So you could say shell out. You could say, I hate shelling out money for taxes. Or you could say this. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't shell out that much just for a soccer game. Okay? So let's say you were rich, a millionaire. You could say, I wouldn't shell out $100 for a soccer game. Okay? So it just means to spend money on something that you don't really want to do it. You don't want to do that. So look at this. I had to shell out $500 to get my car fixed. I had to shell out $500 to get my car fixed. Were you happy to spend the $500? No. You did, but you did it reluctantly, right? So you had to shell out that much money just to get your car fixed. So this phrasal verb, this is a phrasal verb. A phrasal verb in English is a verb that's made up of 2 or sometimes 3 words. So shell out is a phrasal verb. It has nothing to do with shells. Okay? This is a shell, a seashell. So the phrasal verb shell out has nothing to do with shells. I don't know why we say shell out. Guys, I want to know, what do you think Canada's chances of winning the World Cup are? What do you think Canada's chances of winning the World Cup are? Some people abbreviate World Cup with the letters WC. WC is an abbreviation of World Cup. It's also an abbreviation of bathroom. Did you know that? Have you ever been traveling through like an airport and you see a sign that says WC that way? What does it mean? It means bathroom. So WC could mean bathroom or it could mean World Cup. Both are important, right? But the World Cup is a little bit less important than bathrooms, right? I mean, would you rather watch the World Cup or use the bathroom? I think most people would rather use the bathroom than watch the World Cup. Or maybe you could do both at the same time. You could do both at the same time. You could say this: I'm going to watch the World Cup while I'm on the John. Maybe you have an iPad and you're going to set up your iPad in your bathroom and you're going to watch the World Cup while you're on the John. On the John means on the toilet while you're using the toilet. This is a name, a person's name, a man's name, John. I think sometimes people might not capitalize this word, John, because, usually names are capitalized. If it's not a name, like if we're talking about a toilet, that's not a name. So yeah, you could make this a lowercase j, but it's still the name John. So I don't know how to spell it, if it's uppercase or lowercase. So yeah, you could say, I'm going to watch the World Cup while I'm on the John. On the John is like in the bathroom, right? Or you could say, I'm going to watch the World Cup while I'm in the WC. WC is also an abbreviation for bathroom. I don't know what WC means with bathroom. I don't know. If you know, let me know down in the comments. But for World Cup, if this means World Cup, then WC is world. Can you pronounce the word world? World. Squirrel. Pearl. Those are very hard words to pronounce for a lot of people. World Cup. So let me know, are you going to watch the World Cup while you're on the John? That's a great idea. That is a great idea. I might set up my iPad in my bathroom and just watch the World Cup while I'm on the John. What a great idea. So let me know, guys, what do you think Canada's chances of winning the World Cup are? Do you think it's you could say, Mark, there's a fat chance. Or you could say there's a slim chance. Both mean the same thing. Did you know that? Fat chance and slim chance mean the same thing. Fat and slim, in this case, mean the same thing. Fat and slim. Are you fat or slim? Mean the same thing, right? Yeah, look at that. They're equally valuable. So if you're a fat person or if you're a slim person, you have the same value. I love you just as much. If you're skinny, slim means skinny, right? Slim normally in normal English means skinny. Fat means fat. So I love you just as much if you're skinny or fat. In this case, if we're talking about chances, fat chance and slim chance mean the same thing. They mean little chance. Okay, so if you think there's a low chance of Canada winning the World Cup, you could say, Mark, my name's Mark, by the way. You could say, Mark, there's a fat chance of Canada winning the World Cup. Or there's a slim chance of Canada winning the World Cup. But if you think there's a high chance of Canada winning the World Cup, if you're like sure, if you're certain that Canada's going to win the World Cup, then you could say it's good as gold. Good as gold. So if I ask you, what are the chances of Canada winning the World Cup? You could say good as gold. Good as gold. Guys, actually, I think there's a great chance. Canada has a great chance to get out of their group. Hey, they have a chance to move on to the next level. Did I hit record? Yes, I did. Thank you guys for joining me in this World Cup video. So look at this group. This is like Canada got really lucky. Canada's in the group with Bosnia, Qatar, and Switzerland. I mean, if Canada ever had a chance to score some goals and get out of their group, now is the time. This is our chance. If we screw up this chance, we're never going to have a chance again. Canada's probably never going to have any other chance. This is the chance. Just score some goals, Canada, and get out of the group, meaning move on to the next stage. Are you going to be cheering for Canada? Guys, I am going to be cheering for Canada. I really hope Canada just scores a few goals and wins some matches. That would be sweet. Guys, I don't know. What do you think? It's anyone's guess. It's anyone's guess, you know. Whether Canada's going to win the group or lose the group, or nobody knows. So anyone's guess means no one knows. So if you're not sure about something, you can say this phrase, anyone's guess. You could say it's anyone's guess, or just anyone's guess. You know, like if I ask you, is it going to rain today? You could say, I don't know, anyone's guess. Anyone's guess. Nobody knows the future, right? So no one knows if Canada's going to win the World Cup or not. I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts. But I want to know, who do you think will win the World Cup? Honestly. Who do you think? Who means which country, okay? Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? I'm going to predict Canada. That's my prediction, guys. Are you going to cheer for Canada? I'm going to be cheering for Canada. Thank you, guys, for supporting my country. Hope they do great. Hope you're doing great wherever you are. I love you very much. Hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy. And guys, as always, I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.